Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a review, a 1-week review, because I haven't had this thing for a long period of time. But I'm gonna go over my thoughts on some features. One of those being the obvious always on display. So I'm gonna go into my settings. I turned off the always on display because it takes up so much battery. I can't even express to you how much battery it takes up. I was actually quite surprised. So I don't know what they were on about it not affecting the battery at all, because it absolutely does. I think it's a good feature to have in certain situations, but I don't think it's something that you should have on all the time or would want to have on all the time. I actually found it quite distracting when I was doing my workout or just throughout the day in general, because it would constantly turn on and I didn't like it. So like I said, it took up a lot of battery. So that's it for the always on display. Not my favorite. You know, I think it's a personal choice, right? So certain situations. The next thing that we're going to talk about is battery life and notifications. So I turned off majority of my notifications. I have my phone and my text messages, my workout notifications, my heart rate notification, and I have some notifications for school. But when you are a person who loves notifications and you like to have them on all the time, you are going to waste a lot of battery. And if you want to use the always on display and also have a lot of notifications, you are going to kill your battery. So as you can see, I'm at 61%. I've been wearing this since last night. I slept with it. So the battery's actually pretty good because this is my break day, so I'm not actually working out today. I spent a lot of time doing schoolwork. So you can see what the battery's like since last night. It will last till tomorrow, which is good. But notifications, like I said, are a battery drainer. So if you want to have both always on display and notifications, you are going to kill your battery. I think it's a one thing or the other. Like, you want to have the always on display, great. You want to have the always on display, that's great, but don't have notifications. If you want to have all the notifications, don't have the always on display, because you're just going to absolutely drain your battery. So that's what my thoughts are on notifications in the battery life. So let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about is cellular issues, or at least my cellular issues, which I think could be a Watch OS issue, I'm not sure, or it could be a Rogers issue here in Canada. So I can't make phone calls on my watch with my phone off, because I do have the cellular, as you can see. I can't. It won't work. And if I'm leaving the house or leaving my phone behind, I have to manually turn off Wi-Fi and turn this on, and then eventually it will kick over, but because I'm on Bluetooth, it won't kick over right now. So I don't know if that's an OS issue or a Rogers issue or an issue with my watch. So it's interesting. The cellular, having that on will burn your battery. So it comes back to always on display and notifications, and having the cellular on, you are going to lose your battery so quickly. So if you use this for tracking your workouts and, you know, using it for notifications, phone calls, and text messages, you will not get through the day. And even if you do, you're going to have very little battery at the end of the day. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the haptic feedback on this roller switch here, this button, whatever the hell it's called. I actually thought it was broken when I got it, because it seems like I could it felt like it was sticking, but I only just found out in like the last 20 minutes that it had haptic feedback. And I know, I already knew it was there, but I just didn't even think about it. I just thought, oh, it's sticking, so there's something wrong here. So that was interesting to get used to. And because the Series 3 didn't have that, I wasn't used to that, right? So in comparison though, with this watch and the Series 3, this one is absolutely so much better. I love the layout of it. I love that it's the same size casing as the other one, but the screen itself is so much bigger. It's not as heavy. It seems more sleek to me. If somebody were to ask me, should I get the Series 3? Should I get the Series 5? I would absolutely say get the Series 5, because it is actually really cool. And oh God, the qualities of it are great. And I know there's lots of bug fixes or bugs right now that are in the new operating system, because one of the ones that I had with my 3, when I upgraded to OS 6, that's happening on this is when I go to tap the display, sometimes it won't turn on. So you can see it's doing it now, but sometimes I'm sitting here tapping, and it won't turn on, and I'm spinning this thing and it's not turning on, and then eventually it will turn on. So I'm thinking that's an operating system issue. I mean, if anybody else is having these issues, let me know. That way I can find out if it's just my watch or other watches as well, or maybe the operating system, because it's kind of shitty. So yeah, let's move on to the next. All right, so this one I'm kind of not sure of because I couldn't use the speaker on my Series 3, so yeah. Anyway, I think that the speaker is supposed to be 50% louder, so I don't know if it actually is. I did a recording, because this is like the only thing that I can get to come through the speaker without making a freaking phone call. So I don't know if it's really loud or not. To me, it seems very quiet. So I don't know if it's an issue or if this is actually how loud it's supposed to be. So if you think it's really quiet, let me know. So I'm just sitting here watching Dateline, a recorded episode of Dateline, talking normally as if I were to be talking on the phone, you know, with somebody. So I'm going to play this in the video and we'll see how it sounds. So yeah, this is the recording. So yeah, that's what it sounds like. I don't know if it's considered 50% louder. To me, it doesn't seem it, but I can't really compare that with the Series 3 because I didn't have the recordings option. So otherwise, it does have really good call quality. God, I can't talk tonight. My brain's just frazzled from school. Anyway, I have talked on the phone a few times, mainly with my dad, and he says it sounds like I'm on a regular cell phone, so there's that. So that's positive. Okay, now let's move on to the next. Okay, so as you can see, my straps are gone. This next thing that I'm gonna do is try to compare the gold on this to the gold on these. So these are yellow gold, these keys. You see that? They're yellow gold. And this ring is rose gold. So I'm gonna see if I can do a color comparison here. So let's find out. Let's do it on this side. I think the casing is actually more towards the yellow gold side, which is a little surprising because I honestly thought it was closer to the rose gold. The thought was brought up to me on a comment on my last video because somebody asked me if it was a yellow gold or a rose gold, and I honestly said that I thought it was a rose gold, but looking at it now, I'm really not quite sure it is. So let's try to see if I can get both in here without scratching this thing up. Okay, hold on. That. It's a hard one. So, yeah, I think it's more of a yellow gold. That's a bonus. I think it's more positive for people who don't really like the pink gold. Upside down. All right. So I think that's all I've got for now. I will add pictures in of the comparison with the rings, the ring and the keys. And if I figure out any other pictures, I will definitely add them in. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for another video. If you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments. And if there's anything you'd like me to film, let me know. And if I have enough things to film, I will definitely do a video. So thanks for watching.